I tell you, a lot of these white supremacists are really just being exposed in this time period. So you have a Michigan politician by the name of Tom Eckerle. Okay. He sat on the Leelanau County Road Commission, and he's resigning after blaming the spread of the coronavirus in Michigan on guess who? Black people. How are we blamed for the coronavirus? Last time I checked, that originated way across the water in Wuhan. It didn't originate with us. So why are we blamed for spreading it? If anybody should be blamed, you should be blamed because you don't want to wear a mask. And we'll talk about this in this story. So he made, this comment before a public meeting, which was available by phone, overheard by a reporter, according to a tweet, right? So let me go down and let's get into everything that this guy has said. Now this happened just a few days ago, and initially he refused to resign, but late into the night, August the 7th, he resigned from the position. Okay, he's been in there since 2018. So what happened was he walked into the meeting, and another commissioner before the meeting started asked why he wasn't wearing a mask. Legitimate question, right? We're in the pandemic. So Eckerle respond, well, this whole thing is because of them N-words down in Detroit. Yes, it's black people. We the one that did it. So it's a commissioner, chairman, Bob Joyce, rebuked him and said, you can't say that. To which he said, I can say anything I want. He said, Black Lives Matter has everything to do. Listen to this. We're taking the country away from us. I'm trying to understand that. Black Lives Matter has everything to do with taking the country away from. So do you really realize what he's saying? He's saying basically what we've been reporting. White supremacy is on its way out. And people like him know it. They know it. And the thing is, if you look at a lot of these Black Lives Matter protests, it's not the majority of black people. It's more white people in these Black Lives Matter protests. Have you seen it? Look at Portland is one of them. We're not leading them protests out there. That has nothing to do with us. They just kind of come underneath the banner of Black Lives Matter because they pissed off at y'all for not doing nothing for them. So they using this to do what they do, right? So it said Associated Press, they reported that Eckerle was set off by the mention of Black Lives Matter and told the paper, if I can get a few people that when they say Black Lives Matter sign up to think the N-word, I've accomplished what I'm after. Oh man, that is funny. He said that he was frustrated with Governor Whitmer's liberal ideas and children being kept out of school because of the coronavirus pandemic and calls for it to remove Confederate statues, right? Now they said, despite the 4 to 5 hour drive north of Detroit, Leelanau County is a favorite vacation spot for Metro Detroiters. That's what they say. They say that the county has about 21,700 residents and about 90% whom are white. So it's one of those white conclaves, and that's fine. Like I said, I'm a firm believer people can have their little conclaves. I believe black people should have theirs too. Of course, the initial comments were condemned by everyone, including the state representative, Jack O'Malley, who represents that county. He said, I reached out to this commissioner and asked for his side of the story. He said, he confirmed to me he did use the slur. He said, we will see how this plays out. But in today's emotional and highly charged climate, to say what he said is ignorant and has no place, especially as an elected official. OK, so this is the thing. They're exposing themselves. They are exposing themselves. And the part is that he's saying Black Lives Matter is taking away the country from us. That's amazing. During the time of Trump, you wouldn't think that some of this stuff would be going on, but it's happening during the time of Trump. He's saying Black Lives Matter. That's you like. So how many videos I've done, and even right on this channel too, where just the word black infuriates them. Have you noticed that? The word black. If they see the word black, oh my God, they see red. They lose it when they see the word black. They can't stand it. But let's call it what it is. We didn't call ourselves black. Y'all did that. Y'all called us black. We were Africans. We were, Igbo, we were Yoruba, we were whatever tribe that we were, right? Coming over here. We wasn't called black. Africans don't really call themselves black like that. They say I'm, Ghanaian. They don't say I'm black. Why should you? Everybody look like you over there. They also focus on nationality or maybe their ethnicity, whatever. But when y'all brought us over here and stripped everything from us, now y'all mad about the word that basically we say, okay, well, you call us black, take black, flip it into something else, and then now you mad about the word that y'all said? Come on now. And then on top of that, this guy, like I say, he doubled down on it. And he said that he isn't racist at all. It is funny. It is funny for him to say that he's not racist at all. He said that his comments weren't meant to be heard outside the room. And also, he don't think of N-words as people. He said, then he repeated the racial slur 3 more times. This is what he said. He said he reacted out of frustration with the racial unrest and violence in American cities, which he said is caused by the Black Lives Matter movement, and asked if he regretted saying the N-word. He doubled down and said, no, I don't regret calling it. He said the N-word. He said, N-word is an N-word is an N-word. That is not a person whatsoever. He said he went on to say that it was the same as him saying he was German or Polak, right? So I told you guys this. White supremacists don't view us as human beings. And he's telling you, if they calling you an N-word, they don't view you as human beings. Of course, that's proof of that. Look at slavery, right? That's the word they call us during slavery. But it's a new day. You can't walk around saying that. You're getting called out now. It's social media too. Social media has been a great equalizer, ladies and gentlemen. It's been awesome to have social media. And we need to keep using social media, creating our own platforms and putting out the stories and exposing these people every chance we get. Got to expose them. And I have no problem exposing them because we got to educate the people throughout the world about what the white supremacist is doing. And you know what? There's even other white people that message me all the time and say, thank you for what you're doing. He said, because I didn't realize how racist this country is in a lot of ways. So I started watching your channel. I started really researching into a lot of things and say, this country is sick. And I have to be the change. So even other white folks are watching it and learning and growing, and they trying to be the change, right? So understand, some people may say, well, you talk about racism all the time. Well, unfortunately, in America, that's part of the foundation of this country. It's racism. It is. And we're going to talk about it until it's eradicated, period. That's just the way it's going to go. But leave me a comment, let us think about the situation with this white supremacist stepping down. I mean, good. Move him out the way and put somebody there. That's not going to be that mindset.